हेलो बच्चों, कैसे हैं आप लोग। उम्मीद करता हूं पहले की तरह ही अच्छे होंगे। टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट ट्रिगोनोमेट्री एंड द पॉइंट ऑफ डिस्कशन, एंड ऑल्सो वी विल डिस्कस all the tough problems of trigonometry in which you are not capable to solve the questions. Okay, so point of discussion, and the first point is introduction to trigonometry, in which we will discuss about definition and importance of trigonometry, and then point number 2 is understanding right angle triangle and trigonometric ratios, as well as we will understand all terminologies of a right angle triangle, Pythagoras theorem, and how could you understand the difference between perpendicular and base in different scenario. Okay, so moving to the next point, which is trigonometric ratios, in which you have to understand about all trigonometrical ratios: sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent, secant and cosecant, and then we will understand about the relationship between these ratios. We will also understand that what is the relationship between perpendicular base and height and the trigonometrical ratios. The third point is trigonometrical identities. First of all, we will understand about Pythagorean identities, as well as I will tell you that what are the Pythagorean triplets that are possible in a right angle triangle. The second point is verification of these identities. How could you prove a Pythagoras theorem, as well as how could you prove the trigonometrical identities: sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, 1 plus tan square theta equal to sec square theta, and 1 plus cot square theta equal to cosec square theta. We will understand its proof also. Point number 4 is trigonometrical ratios of some standard angles. Some standard angles in CBSE board are 0 degree, 30 degree, 60 degree, 45 degree and 90 degree. But in ICSE board there are some other angles where we have to understand about degrees, minutes and seconds also. Okay, so for CBSE these many angles is sufficient for your syllabus. Now point number 5 is trigonometrical ratios of complementary angles. This part is removed from CBSE and ICSE both of the syllabus, so no need to think about it, because you will understand this one in class 11th. Okay, now the point number 6, which is very important for your trigonometrical part: height and distance. Okay, in ICSE board it is known as application of trigonometry, in which they study height and distance only, right? So you will have height and distance, we will study it also. Okay bachcho, so next we are going to start the introduction part of trigonometry. Before this, like, subscribe and share this channel. In trigonometrical part, in height and distance part, we will study about line of sight, angle of elevation, angle of depression, and then we will solve real life application questions, so that you will understand how could you solve the questions of trigonometry. Point number 7 is a real life application of trigonometry, in which we understand how to use in navigation, how to use in astronomy, architecture and engineering. Okay, so let's move to the introduction of trigonometry. First of all, we will understand about its definition. Definition is very easy and understandable. Okay, so basically what is trigonometry? It is a branch of mathematics that deals with the relationship between the angles and sides of a right angle triangle. Okay, this is for class 10 syllabus. It is not always necessary that the triangle is always right angle triangle. You could use trigonometry in any of the triangle. So the thing is, trigonometry, what is trigonometry? It is a branch of mathematics in which we will deal with right angle triangle in class 10th, and we will understand the relationship between sides and angles of a right angle triangle. Understood? So let's move. So trigonometry is derived from the Greek word. What was the Greek word? It is basically divided into two parts. In some books you can see that it is divided into 3 Greek words also. So the first way of dividing the words of trigonometry is, the first is trigono, meaning triangle, and the third is metron, but it is not read as metron, it's read as metron in Greek word. Okay, not metron. Okay, metron is a wrong pronunciation. Metron, metron, it's not like mitron, right? Mere pyare bhaiyo or behno or mitro, not like that. Metron. Okay, so metro meaning measurement. But in some books you can see that it is said as it is divided into 3 Greek words. First is known as tri, T-R-I, tri means 3, gono means sides, and metron, that is measurement. So basically, if you will combine these 3 words, these 3 Greek words together, it can be read as trigonometron, means 3 sides measurements. Now the thing is, if we talk about 3 sides, that means it will form a triangle, and obviously if it will form a triangle, then definitely there will be some angles, and hence you can say that trigonometry is just a branch of mathematics where you will deal with right angle triangle, and you need to define the relationship between sides and angles of a right angle triangle. So that is the meaning, and we will stand on this part and then we will discuss all the necessary things related to right angle triangle. So let's move. So it primarily focuses on trigonometrical ratios, which helps us study how the sides of triangle relate to its angles, right? So let's move. Now we will start trigonometry with its importance. So first of all, you need to understand the importance, especially for class 11th. I want to tell you that you have to understand about the importance of trigonometry, that how it can change your life, how it can change your situation, how it can make your life easy. Okay, so let's understand the importance first. Trigonometry is widely used in various fields including science, engineering, and real life applications. Some of the examples are here. First of all, used in height and distance. The first thing that you can use it in height and distance, that means you can find the height of any building, tree, tower, etc. Okay, so you can find the height of the tower, which is very high actually, by only observing the distance from the foot of the tower to yourself and the angle with the floor. Okay, and it is very easy to find out the angle made with the top of the building to your horizontal eyesight. Used in height and distance. It helps in calculating the height of buildings, mountains, and distances between objects using angle of elevation and angle of depression. Okay, we will discuss about angle of elevation and angle of depression in the chapter height and distance. Okay, point number 2 is application in engineering and architecture. It is used in designing buildings, bridges, and roads to ensure proper angles and measurements. Third application of trigonometry is it is used in physics. It helps in understanding waves, oscillations, and forces. Okay, used in mechanics and electricity related calculations. Now point number 4 is essential in navigation and astronomy. It helps sailors, pilots, and astronomers determine directions and positions of objects in space. Okay, I think you know about the space function and satellites and all. So in that part also, scientists and engineers apply the trigonometrical concept. Now point number 5 is medical applications. It is also used in imaging techniques like CT scan and ultrasound, where angles and distances are crucial. Okay, the next is it also helps in computer graphics and gaming, used in animations, 3D modeling, and video game programming. Okay, most of the students are playing Free Fire game and projectile motion games. Okay, car games, firing games. So all these things, there is a vast use of trigonometry in programming games and the functions of games. Okay, now moving to our next part, which is now we have a right angle triangle, and we will understand that what are the parts of it, how could we change the name of perpendicular base and height according to the reference angle, and we will also understand what is the reference angle. Now look at this right angle triangle ABC, where this square is made. It means that this is a right angle, and one theta is mentioned here, which is known as reference angle. This is known as right angle, this is known as reference angle. Now, the side opposite of right angle is known as hypotenuse. The side opposite of the reference angle is always known as perpendicular, and the side along with right angle and the reference angle is always known as base. So, we have to observe the triangle carefully to choose perpendicular and base, because hypotenuse is always fixed, because the longest side or the side opposite of right angle is always hypotenuse. So, it will be always fixed, but what is not fixed, or what are the things which can vary in a right angle triangle according to given position. So, whenever you will define any angle, okay, angle, defining any angle means you are here, this is the point of observation. If A is the point of observation, okay, suppose that you are sitting at position A, that means the reference point is A, right, and from this reference point the opposite side of this reference point or this reference angle is known as perpendicular, and the side along with the reference point or the reference angle and right angle is known as base. Now, we will practice some of the right angle triangles in different scenario. This is one number where I am telling you PQR is a right angle triangle where R is theta. Then define perpendicular base and height, and Q is 90 degree. So, what will you say? That theta is the reference angle. So, the side opposite of theta is perpendicular, the side opposite of right angle is hypotenuse, and the side along with reference angle and 90 degree is known as base. Is it clear? Now, I am giving you one complicated question for you. I think you can solve this very easily. Here there are two right angle triangles ADB and ADC, and there are two reference angle, one is theta and another is alpha given. Okay. Now, with the help of theta and alpha, you have to define two kinds of P, B and H. So, let us talk about triangle ADB. In ADB, angle B is the reference angle, right. So, the side opposite of alpha is AD. So, AD will be perpendicular. The side opposite of right angle is AB. So, AB is hypotenuse, and the side along with reference angle and 90 degree is BD, which is base. Now, come to this part, triangle ADC. 90 degree is at D, so the side opposite of 90 degree, which is AC, will be hypotenuse. The side along with the reference angle theta is DC, and that will be perpendicular, and the side along with theta and 90 is AD, and AD will be base, right. Now, one student has told me that, sir, you have taken the triangle, and in this triangle I can see that the side opposite of alpha is AC, right. Now, you just comment in the comment section that can we say AC perpendicular, and if we say AC perpendicular, which will be the hypotenuse? So, this is the question for you. Try to solve and give me the correct answer in comment box. So, we understood that what are the importance of trigonometry and what are the different applications of trigonometry. Now, we will understand that how could we apply, what are the things that is in our hand to apply the concept of trigonometry. We will meet in the next class to understand the actual things of trigonometry, based on CBSE class 10th. Till then, take care. Bye bye.